Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an ASOS haul. It's been a minute since I did an ASOS haul because I let my next day delivery expire intentionally because I was spending too much money. But I decided that because we're going away kind of early summer, I was going to try and get a kind of handle on what I wanted to wear. I said this at the beginning of the year. I don't want to just shop for holidays. I don't want to kind of think, well, what do I want to dress on holiday? Why don't I put that kind of effort and time and thought into my like day-to-day wardrobe? So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm kind of like holiday dressing in advance, but I just want to always be making a little bit more effort with my appearance. So with that in mind, I have purchased things for our trip to New York in May, but that I think will be like actually just like spring, summer, just all year round staples. Tempting as it is, I'm not allowing myself to buy, you know, like the fun stuff. Like when I was going through, especially the sale stuff, I was like, oh, that looks really fun. But when am I going to wear it? Maybe once, maybe once. I'm trying to find things that kind of fit within a certain colour palette. They'll all go together. And will I wear them in my regular life? So a couple of nights ago, I could not sleep. And I spent that time. I used that time wisely. I was seriously, it was like 4:30 in the morning before I went to sleep. I was on Pinterest and I thought, I'm going to do my ASOS shop according to outfits that I like on Pinterest, plus things that I already have that will kind of go with them. This was definitely a curveball because I don't need more jeans, but these are like straight leg rather than like a, I don't even know if they are a straight leg. I think the ones I've got already, yeah, they are straight vintage. The ones I already have from Stradivarius are a slim leg, and I'm trying to kind of try a wider situation. My Stradivarius jeans are my very favourites. These are called D98 straight vintage. It says regular waist, straight fit, comfort, and all of the reviews said size up. So in the mom slim jeans that I've talked to death about, which I think are fantastic, I will still link for you below because they seem to look fantastic on everyone, all shapes and sizes. They just kind of like hug you in the right places. With that, I'm a 10. I've got them in a 12 and a 10, and the 10 fit me really, really nicely. But I got the reviews on these ones, man, I'm glad that I did because I got them in a 10 and they, oh my God, they fit like a glove. Like what? I don't think I've ever had a pair of jeans fit me this well in my life. They like really lift my bum. And then this, it's like they were tight, but not so tight. They're not like tight here, but they're like my stomach. Wow, these were a total curveball. I've just been to get some high heels to try them on with because of length. Also, now I've taken off my jumper. I don't think I'd wear these necessarily with something cropped because I still am a little bit aware of this just above because it's more of a mid-rise than like a really high rise or a regular, but I love these. Without a doubt I'm keeping these. They're a good length for flats for me, but I just wanted to see, I think I can still get away with them. They're not like crazy long, but I think they're long enough to get away with wearing them with heels if I wanted to. I'm honestly so sleep deprived. By the time I place this order, I can't remember what is going to be in here. Oh, this is, so I have this in grey and white already. It's just the basic, I think it's called the Ultimate ASOS design t-shirt, and I wanted one in black purely because of the Pinterest pictures that I'd found. Though, I mean, just like black, white, grey, kind of khaki. I am trying to fit within that neutral palette, not because of like the boringness, because I get it, I love a pink, but I don't want to keep buying things that don't go together. This is purely so that I've got more clothes that I find easier to dress when I've got a more neutral colour palette. I can always throw something crazy in there, but it's not realistic for me to just keep buying things because I think they're fun. I want to have a wardrobe that goes together. The black, I mean, I knew the black t-shirt would be good. I mean, like that, perfect. Just enough kind of like coverage here for me, but it still gives me a waist. I probably would tuck the whole thing in, to be honest. Still gives me a waist. Oh, I love these jeans so much. Those Ultimate t-shirts as well from ASOS. I particularly like because of the way that they hang. Funnily enough, at the beginning of the year when I was sharing a lot of like outfits, someone said that it looked kind of cheap because it was kind of like creased and it should be like a heavier weight. I don't think they're particularly thin t-shirts. I mean, they're not cheap, they're not expensive. I'm not buying expensive t-shirts. But I really like the way they hang. I like the length of the sleeves. I just think they're really flattering. So I wanted a white and a black shirt. I was gonna get, I wear a lot of, it's bizarre, I wear a lot of shirts as like overshirts. And I wanted to get like a crinkle, like a beach shirt. But then I thought, well, why? Because why don't I just get regular shirts? Because then they can be used, struggling to unbutton these double cuffs. But then they can be used as actual shirts as well. Although this is fairly huge. I don't know about this, you know, this might be too big. I think this was supposed to be oversized, but this seems a bit much. I usually do roll the sleeves up just because proportionately I seem a bit, it just throws me off a little bit if I'm long sleeves. That's maybe too long, isn't it? In this fabric, it kind of, I think it does need to be like a thinner, sheerer fabric if it's going to be this much too big, which is a shame. I think this one was in the sale, and that kind of makes sense now, doesn't it? Let's see if I can wear it. Again, I'm seeing this on such a tiny screen. When I come to edit this, I might feel completely differently about all of these things. This is, it's too big, it's too big. Let me go and have a look in the mirror. I kind of feel like it almost works to the point of, I'm gonna double check how much this was. I don't think it came with an invoice in the actual bag, but like if this was like £7, say, I might keep it and make it work. Because I think I probably would wear it like this. But then at the same time, a proper shirt like this needs ironing. And I really struggled to remember the last time I picked up an iron. While we're on that, I got a black shirt as well, but I think, was this the same? Might have been the same. They might have had a sale. What is this? This is a 10. Oh no, this was a UK 8 to 10, so they must be completely different shirts. So this one is a 10. This actually seems smaller. It's got the same double cuffs, so I actually think it might be exactly the same, you know. It's just weirdly labelled differently in terms of size. It's definitely the same kind of feeling fabric. But then black you can kind of get away with being slightly more oversized, I think. I liked, no, it's not right, is it? I liked the pictures where people had kind of like blousey shirts like this, and then they were kind of tucked in at the front, kind of like this, and the people that wore stuff like this just looked so cool. I'm not sure I am just that person. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think this depends on price, or is it just like a, no, this is terrible? I'll make sure that I post this before I actually pack up my returns. So I am actually wanting an opinion here. And these shirts specifically, I don't care about the jeans because I'm keeping them. You could tell me these jeans look the worst jeans you've ever seen in your entire life, and I would not listen. Now I've got some kind of like vest top types. This one I was particularly interested in. This has got a bralette inside. So the one that I'm wearing right now, this is from Primark. I've got this in a couple of different colours. I love it so much. I just think it's like, it's really nice. It's really comfortable. And it's got that like hidden bralette underneath. But with white, it's always tricky. And I love the look of one of these like racer back vests in the summer. But of course, the bra situation is difficult. Even without a bra, like it's the see-through thing. So this, I'll be interested to see whether or not when you get it on, or when I get it on, if you can see where the bra ends. That's usually my issue when there's a hidden bra. But it feels like the material is quite thick actually. But on the inside of this, you just turn it inside out so you can actually see. It's got a bra, but it's got actual like triangle molded, oh, they're on the other side. They're on the other side. What am I showing you? Triangle molded things. I'm sure you could unstitch that and take those out if you didn't want them for like shape. For me, I would just want the thickness so it's not see-through and this band here. I think I got this in quite a small size because I don't think there were very many left. And I find, I'm going to keep this. I find that, yeah, I got this in an 8. I find that this kind of thing stretches out as it gets washed and worn, and eventually it loses its elasticity. So I'm happy for it to be a little bit too tight initially if I think I'm going to wear this for like years. And this is kind of expensive for a vest top. I think this was about £15. So it definitely holds me in. I think if you had a larger bust, you might want to take that into consideration. I'm kind of like very modest size. I think a 10 would have been more than fine for me. And like I say, I'm happy with the 8 because it just means that I'm going to get more wear out of it as it stretches out. But again, I don't have a mirror directly in front of me. But the silhouette, I like. The feel of it, I like. It's comfortable. And let me just go and check. No, I definitely like it. This is a winner. I mean, this outfit, even with the slightly tight, I mean, it's not, the waistband doesn't feel like so tight that it's like actually tight to me, but it's not, you know, I feel like I'm getting that slight bulge between this band and this. Before I try the other tops, I have got a couple of bottoms. Now, one of them is short. These were kind of a, we'll see. What I really wanted was like a beige pair of shorts. Stop whoever was calling me. I wanted like a beige pair of shorts. From Pinterest, I was like, what do I feel like I need? I'm struggling with denim shorts these days. Like I just don't feel like they look quite right. So I thought maybe kind of chino shorts. The beige ones they did not have in any sizes. I don't know if this is because people are getting ahead or they haven't restocked from last summer. But these were the only ones that I could find that were even close. So these are a size 10, and all of the reviews of what sold me, they said true to size for an apple shape, which is me. I am like heavier on top, slimmer on the bottom, very slim through my hips, not much in terms of like curves, but kind of a slightly wider waist. People in the reviews were basically saying, if you've got hips and a bum and a tiny waist, these aren't for you. But if you are the opposite, which is me, they could be for me. So that's what sold me. Oh wow, they are wide around the waist. Okay, so I mean, that's not a terrible thing for comfort. And then you can always cinch them in. So they've got like a thing at the back, and when you pull the strings, it like cinches the whole waistband, which is useful. They're strange, actually. They're really weird. I don't know if this is just a chino thing, but they feel like if I move my leg, it feels like it pulls. Can you see that? If I do that, it pulls against my leg. But then the waist is really wide. That's not necessarily what you're looking for in shorts. So yeah, in theory, these could have been exactly what I was looking for. Unfortunately not. Why are shorts so difficult? I found some last year that were like, I was just walking around the house like, where is that? Who's coming from? My Apple speaker started playing. Did I say something? Or am I haunted? Freaking me out. Right, I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I found some shorts last year that in theory were great, but then they like went out, so the leg holes were enormous. Shorts are difficult. These were a bit out there for me. They are wide leg joggers. I keep seeing people wearing them, and I think they're like smarter version of regular joggers, aren't they? They're kind of like somewhere between trousers and joggers. What do you think? Is it weird? I don't know. I don't know if I can get on board with it. They're very comfortable. The waistband is slightly tighter than I would have expected for joggers still. I feel like I like my joggers to be quite a lot of give around the waist. So although they're comfortable, I feel like I want more room to eat. But maybe that's why they look smarter. They look kind of like neater because there's less fabric in the waist. So they give kind of a more sleek silhouette. Would be cute for travel. But again, not buying things only for travel. That's not allowed. This year I can only buy things that I would actually wear in my real life. I think I would wear these in my real life. I'm going to take some time to get used to these new things. Like moving away from leggings, moving away from skinny jeans. These are hard things. Okay, lastly, I've got these. They're a set of 3, I think, from Pull & Bear. And do you know what? It said online that they were like a beige, a khaki, and a black. But the picture very much looked like it was going to be grey, beige, and black. So I'm pleasantly surprised because these fit way nicer with my general colour scheme. Like I said with the one from New Look, I bought these in a small as well because because I'm not particularly well endowed in the chest department, I can kind of get away with these type of vest tops with no bra on underneath. I mean, I say get away with, you know, we can wear what we want. But I feel like I don't need the support. The problem is being able to see through that. So as long as the material is thick enough, I'm kind of fine with that. As long as you actually can't literally see through them. Can we see through this? We might be able to see through this. I'll see when I come to edit. But I'm still on a postcard. This might not be all right without a bra. But, you know, we're just us friends here. I really like the length of this. Like I'm always going to be wearing high-waisted something, but if I'm going to be wearing something, I'm always going to be wearing high-waisted something, but it's going to give me kind of just a little sliver of midsection, absolute maximum. Also, this is not tight. The whole thing is so comfortable. It's like tight enough to like hold me, but not so tight that like I could sleep in these. And then the other colours, I'm guessing I'm going to have a problem with this one because if I feel like this one's a little bit see-through, this one, and then the black will be fine. Let's just check the cream one. This is the stuff I want to know about when I'm ordering things online. This is what I want to know. Can we see through it? Can we see through it? I mean, yeah, probably a little bit. This one might be like pajamas / worn underneath things. Like I could layer this up with the green one and we'll be good. I remember years and years ago, I mean, probably early days of YouTube. Bear in mind, I was like in my mid-20s. I remember doing a video, and I am one to go without a bra because I don't need a tremendous amount of support. And I remember I was wearing something. I would always wear something that was kind of like figure hugging. I don't like to wear like a baggy top with no bra. I don't like that. For me, I don't like that. I like something that still feels supportive, even though it's just like not a lot. And I remember someone commenting like that I should wear a bra. And it's really hard to get out of that mindset of like these days, you don't have to do anything. Women are just walking around literally wearing whatever you want, which is fantastic, and not being told you have to wear a bra. It feels like the next generation of girls just don't care about that stuff at all. And it's really difficult to deprogram yourself of feeling like, can you see this and can you see that? And then there's the parent thing of it, like, well, you've got kids, but I'd love to know your thoughts on that because I do think that it's a generational divide, and I don't think there's any right or wrong, but I do think that one generation cares a lot less about what other people think. I actually just remembered I bought something else. I didn't get this from ASOS. You can probably get these from ASOS. I got them because if you guys don't use Top Cashback, this is not an ad, but I will leave my referral link below, which everyone can get. If you join Top Cashback, you can refer other people. I do this for everything. If I buy anything, I go through Top Cashback. I get cash then that I can just like take out as vouchers and things, and I spend it on things. Often I'll take it out as Primark or like restaurant vouchers. This time I took it out as New Look, just to switch things up a little bit. I got these sandals, which I'm not going to show you on my feet because I wore these shoes yesterday and they were so uncomfortable. My feet look like they've been attacked. So these, I'll let you know how I like them once I've actually worn them with some things. And then this is going to maybe throw you off a little bit. This is maternity. So it's just like a smock dress. I don't see how it's going to be any different to like the straight size. But it's just a maternity dress. And I had lots of maternity dresses when I had Milo that I kept and wore for years after. So what's the difference, really? The only thing really is that I don't think this is a style that suits me. Regardless of whether it was maternity or not, I don't think it's a style that suits me at all. Obviously, I wouldn't have the top on underneath. But I think it's too much fabric. And then I'd have like little legs sticking out the bottom, which would make it look even more ridiculous. Yeah, it's just not I always like these on other people. I particularly think I follow like really cool, like mid-30s to mid-40s bloggers, and they'll wear like huge volume dresses and they just look so effortlessly chic, and I just look like I'm wearing like a sheet. Because anything shapeless on me, it just looks terrible. I really feel like the current, I don't know if it's the current trends or how I'm feeling about my body and my personal confidence. I don't know whether there's like the two meld together or what, but I feel like this current time for dressing is great for me. I like the what's the word I'm looking for? The proportions. I like the kind of where the tops hit, where the trousers go. I think that skinny jeans actually weren't the best thing for me to wear because I'm slimmer on the bottom, larger on the top. I should be wearing more volume on the bottom, less on the top, and just kind of embracing the fact that I have got like a slightly rounder figure. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not. Milo, if Milo was here right now, he'd say, self-esteem. I'm not being negative about my body at all. I'm just being realistic about, like, if you want to dress for your proportions, you have to say, right, okay, this is what this looks like, this is what, and then we can redress this and try and make you look more proportionate if you want to dress that way. And so that wearing something like this gives me a more balanced figure than wearing like big baggy jumpers and skinny jeans like I used to. So I don't know, maybe it's partially age, maybe it's partially like seeing how people are dressing now and how people just don't seem to give a fuck. I don't know, but I really feel like in the last couple of years I've kind of come into my own in terms of how I feel about dressing, and I'm really enjoying it. So taking you along on the journey. Can you believe that a few years ago I wrote a style book? I was saying this to my friend the other day. I mean, it still holds up. If you read that book now, it's not really here's how to dress. It's very much like find your style in the moment that you're in. And I think I'm in that right now. Like, my lifestyle is very different than it was when I wrote that book. But within the book I say, you have to kind of go through a phase of questioning with yourself of how is my life? Not just how do I want to dress? Not just like aspirational dressing. Oh, I'd love to be a person that wears loads of colour. I'm never going to be that person. Well, not right now, I'm not. Right now, I need things that go together. I need easy dressing. I'm kind of learning to dress my body. If my life was very different, I might need a lot more glamorous clothes. When you're in the early phases of like parenthood, you might need like a lot of jumpers and leggings. It took me about 10 years to come out of that phase. There's a phase that you're in right now, and you have to kind of like, as I said in the video, style your life. And that changes all the time. But yeah, I do think about that quite frequently when I look at myself and I'm like, what are you wearing? And I think, you wrote a style book.